Hey guys, Cuevas here with the Greater Lewisville Association of Realtors Technology Committee, and today I wanted to show you how to edit a video. Let's go ahead and get started. We're actually going to be using a computer for this. Now you can use your phone or you can use your iPad. Just know that those apps on those devices are a little bit more limited. The screen obviously is much smaller, and I really don't like to use those for editing video. My preference is definitely on the computer. All right, so let's talk about software. If you've got a Windows machine, you will have Movie Maker, which is free on your Windows machine. If you've got a Mac, then you'll have iMovie, which is also free. Now, if you want to take it up a notch and spend a little money, you can get Adobe Premiere, which I believe is a subscription-based plan, a monthly plan that you pay for. Or if you've got a Mac, you can also get Final Cut Pro, which is a one-time fee, and then you have access to the editor. However, for today's video, we're going to be using iMovie. All right, so let's get started. Let's open up the computer, open up the editor, and I'm going to show you how to edit a video. All right, so let's get started. Remember, I'm using iMovie, but all the editors are somewhat similar. This one is really simple, and it just tells you to create a project, and that's what we're going to be doing. Your very next screen is going to be this. Now, this is where you're going to be doing all your work, but don't be overwhelmed by it. We're going to break it down step by step. First, you're going to see in the top left where the projects are. That takes you back to the previous screen. After that, you're going to see a section where it has all your videos. That's really important. And then, of course, the preview window. That shows you what video you're watching at the moment. And last but not least, your timeline. This is where all your activity and your editing is going to happen. So let's get started. So I'm going to bring in the media, in this particular case, a video clip that I went out and took. Now, keep in mind that the clip that I shot was actually, several minutes long, but I didn't need the whole thing because I took 3 or 4 takes. So I like the last take. So if you notice, I just chose the last portion where I could see where that last take was. First thing I do is I choose my clip and I adjust the color. So darker, brighter, more saturated, less saturated. And I also fix the audio. I do this to this clip because I'm about to split it up, and once I start splitting it up, then it's kind of difficult to kind of go back and make everything match. This makes it really easy. If you notice, I'm going to start splitting all these clips. Remember, I took multiple takes? Well, I've got to let you in on a little secret that's going to make your job easier when you make videos, and that is you don't have to be perfect. If you notice, what I'm doing is I'm trimming all the little empty clips, or maybe where I messed up, and I'm only keeping the good stuff. And so I'm going to keep doing this until I get only the parts of the video that I really like. So if I mispronounce something and I start it all over, or if I was in between one thought or another, and you see a blank space in audio, there's not much happening, I'm not saying anything, kind of dead space, then you can trim it out. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. And what that allows you to do is just to mess up on your take and then just retake that sentence that you said, and everything's going to be all right. So after that, you can choose transitions, and we're just going to play with transitions for a little bit. My favorite is fade to black. Very professional. I like to put it at the beginning and at the end, but there is all sorts of transitions, and you can find your favorite, whichever one matches your video, your style. I like to be consistent. That way it keeps it fresh and people know what to expect. In this particular sample video, I'm teaching you how to remove a watch and how to put it on. I couldn't think of anything else. So I just thought it was really simple and easy. And so we're going to see the results here in just a second. Another thing that'll really make your video look a lot sharper, more professional, is to add titles. Now in this particular case, I have a title bar that I can choose, and it shows me all the different titles and how they come on the screen. I like the one that's at the bottom of the screen because it looks cleaner, it looks professional, and it'll show you how it pops up. Now again, there are all sorts of titles that you can use. Again, it really depends on your video, your content, what's applicable, what looks best. I will say some are a little on the cheesy side, for maybe on the little kids side, and there's others that are really point and spot on. So just go ahead and play with those, but don't be afraid to do that. When you're finally done, you have all sorts of options of how to export your video, but in my experience, since I like to share it with in a lot of different platforms, I like to just make it a regular file, put it in my hard drive, my external drive, throw it in there, and let it sit there. And then from there, I'll upload it to the various sources. So once it's done preparing the video, there it is. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. All right, so this is the sample clip, and let's go ahead and get started. All right, so the video that I'm going to show you today is how to take off and put on a watch. So in order to take it off, step one is you want to undo the band and then undo the latch, and then you take it off. Now to put it back on, you just put it over your wrist, wrap it around, lock it in place, and then put it through the loop, and that's it. And that's how you put on a watch. Thank you for watching this video on how to put on a watch. All right, so there you go. That's how you edit a video. Now, if you notice, it really wasn't that difficult, and it's not as bad as it seems. I will tell you that your first edit is probably going to take a little bit longer than usual, but again, like anything else, practice makes perfect. So the more you do, the easier it's going to get. Now, if I can be of help, I am here to be a resource for you, so don't hesitate to reach out to me. Again, thank you so much for watching this video.